And salutations and whatnot. Hello, everybody. So, yeah, this is one that I said I'd be doing. And, sorry, just fixing that. And, yeah, now that I've actually done my Disney World trip, I have a lot fresher of a idea about what these rides are actually about and my opinions on them. Um, Sorry about that. Just had dinner, so still kind of settling that. So let's hop into it then. All right. So I'll go in bit by bit on these, give my opinions, and also kind of give give what I thought. All right. First off the bat, Enchanted Tiki Room. I'm gonna put that A tier. Um, it was great. Tiki Room is Tiki Room. I did notice that it is shorter than the Disneyland version, and that the pavilion just doesn't really scream Tiki Room to me. That being said, I will say this about their Tiki Room. Um, their pre-show is a lot more obvious, which I really appreciated. And it was really cool to see just kind of the little differences, and their rain windows at the end were pretty darn awesome. So, A tier. I like the Disneyland one better just because it's got the full show. Um, let's see, Swiss Family Treehouse. Um, it was in such a state of disrepair that I can't justify ranking it any higher. Nothing worked. It's not nearly as cool as the one in Disneyland. Well, granted, because Disneyland was updated a couple years ago. Um, it just kind of seems abandoned. Walkways are tiny. So that's that. Um, Pirates, I'm gonna put higher A tier than Tiki Room. Um, for those who don't know, the Disney World version of Pirates is smaller than the Disneyland one. Not to mention, it is a water ride that just absolutely has a smell to it, and not a good smell. Um, because the one at Disneyland, you go in and you sniff the air just to smell that water, that pirates water, that crisp bromine smell. The Pirates in World has a very stagnant Florida water smell, which I could forgive if all the other water rides had that smell. But this Pirates has is the only one of the water rides in that park that has that smell. So I don't know why it has that smell. That being said, the queue is really cool. I loved it. And the fact that you get your photo on the ride is super nice. I think that's something that we could definitely incorporate in Disneyland, especially since you do turn that corner and, just simply do it with the skull. Um, Granted, I would still say that the photo opportunity at Disney World would is cooler because you get it with that picture uh, with the skeleton in the background. and that's just cool. So it definitely has its advantages, but overall, I can't justify putting it up higher. Jungle Cruise, definitely an S tier. This is the one ride that I can definitely say Disney World has it better than Disneyland. Because the Jungle Cruise is longer than Disney World, and has this whole really cool scene with a underground canal cavern with gold and snakes, and you know that was just really neat. Plus I had a really good skipper when I went on it, so nothing beats a good skipper. Um, Magic carpets. I'm just gonna do an E rank. It's a Dumbo clone. I didn't actually even bother writing it because it's there. Its saving grace is it's by the cheeseburger spring rolls, sort of. So you know, it was fun watching kids write it with cheeseburger spring rolls in my hand or on my way. Philhar Magic. I actually did ride that. Not write it, but go to that show. And you know what? I really enjoyed it. A lot more than I thought I would. It's a very good interactive show. It's got some water effects, some fans, some smells, 3D. It's a really cute show. I enjoyed it. Uh, 10 out of 10. Would go again. Um, Teacups. Um, I mean, it's teacups. The atmosphere is not nearly as good as in Disneyland. I don't like the shaded pavilion. I mean, it's nice against the sun, but as far as atmosphere wise, it just doesn't feel as great. So that's my opinion on that. Um, Train. Um, really love the train at Disneyland. I'm gonna put it above teacups, but I'm still gonna do down. At Disney World, it is definitely more of a means of transportation. At Disneyland, you kind of have more scenic views I, and it's a little bit more like air conditioned in between buildings. I mean, at Disneyland, you got the prehistoric area with the little dinosaurs and what. Disney World, it really is. It just feels like get to point A, get to point B. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Fun coaster. Um, Definitely gonna put it above Pirates. I don't know why it's not letting me do above Pirates, but yeah. In fact, I'm gonna move Pirates down to B. Same with Tiki Room. I can't really justify. I think I'll keep PhilharMagic. Um, just because now that I've gotten something on A that I feel like definitely belongs on A, uh, I gotta just bump down the other ones. It's fun. It's a cute coaster. The uh, the dark ride portion is so charming. The line is charming, and the swinging buckets are fun. I think I probably would have had more fun with those swinging buckets if I was with somebody I knew and was just actually swinging. But because I was just with another person, I didn't feel like, swinging was quite a huge option for me. I had to ride this one in the front and in the back, and definitely a back seat is better because you actually do get the side G forces as opposed to the front, where it's kind of just like, okay, meh, it's good. Overall, while it is a great coaster, I don't understand the line wait for it. It's way too long of a wait for me personally for that type of ride. Carousel, didn't bother riding it. I mean, it's a carousel. I'm gonna probably put this one lower just because it doesn't have the same historical significance that the carousel at Disneyland does. Doesn't have, Walt's special horse, Lillian's special horse, or anything. Winnie the Pooh. Uh, High B. High B. That's another one where I'm gonna have to say Disney World has a really, really great version of that ride. Um, the way that the ride mechanics work is very different from our version of Winnie the Pooh. Mm, sorry, gotta blow my nose. I got some gunk in there. So I feel like comparing the two doesn't really do it justice because Disney World has more of a jumping feel to it, and the scenes are different. At Disneyland, you kind of got more of a rocking motion. Uh, I kind of do prefer the Disneyland version of the ride carts, but the honey pots at Disney World are great too. And that line in Disney World with the little honey screens that you can kind of wipe away the honey. Really cute, really really cute. Small World. Um, uh, I'm gonna do B tier low. Um, Another one where Disneyland, it's bigger in Disneyland. And Disneyland, there's a larger amount of the dolls. Uh, and, the loading in stores is kind of just, it felt wrong. So I'm going to have to say, I enjoyed Disneyland's version better. Disney World, it's good. It's good. Um, wouldn't hold the same high to the one in Land. Peter Pan. Um, uh, I'm gonna do it right there. I like the ride itself. Um, it's really nice to see the classic style. That still is present in the actual attraction. The queue is absolutely fabulous. I think that is one of my favorite queues in Fantasyland. Uh, Hands down. There's this little shadow thing that you can play with some shadows with some bells and some butterflies land on your hand, and that was really really cute. Not to mention Tinkerbell is constantly moving around the set in the queue, so that was really really nice to see. My only flaw with this one is the voice that they use for Captain Hook is A, not the Captain Hook actor, and B, doesn't even sound like a sound alike. It's a completely different voice. You know, shoot them. You will not get my other hand. Like it didn't sound like the person was even trying. And that is so bizarre to me because Disneyland A owns that recording. B, our our Peter Pan at Disneyland absolutely has the actual voice. And then C, that's not a hard problem to fix. That is such an easy problem to fix. Like if it was an animatronic or something, I'd be like, okay, yeah, they need time to swap it or fix it or repair it. No, that's an audio file. That's as far as a ride fix thing, that is the easiest thing to fix. So there is no excuse for that. So I would probably put that in an A if that voice thing wasn't an issue. Dumbo. I love the fact that they have two. I'm just not a big Dumbo fan. C tier. Journey of the Little Mermaid. Have it in Disneyland. It is pretty much the exact same. Wait, what? How did I switch to Tiki Room all of a sudden? Um, yeah, under Tiki Room. That's that seems fair. Barnstormer, cute coaster. It's not much. Honestly, kind of prefer Gadget Go Coaster, which is kind of the same layout. Not really themed. I understand there used to be an actual barn that you used to run into. I don't know why they tear it down, but yeah. Tom Sawyer's Island. Fun adventure. I didn't bother going, so yeah. Country Bear Jamboree. Definitely gonna have to put into the A tier. Low S tier. Low S tier. Um, I know it's not the original, but my goodness, as far as all the shows that are concerned, like the sit down and watch the little animatronic shows, this was the one where it was most reactive with the audience. The way that they've incorporated these new Disney songs, it still feels like it's traditional, so it fits very, very well. Um, yeah, they knocked it out of the park with that. I really really enjoyed Country Bear Jamboree. Uh, no issues. Uh, I just have to put in the F tier because it was broken, which I hate to do. Well, not broken, but it's fully deconstructed and getting new tracks, so didn't get to write it, is what I'll say. So sad. I would love to ride that. Definitely next time. Um, Laugh for didn't really bother. Wasn't one that I was kind of having on there. Uh, when I was in Tomorrowland, there was other things I wanted to do. So nah. Astro Orbiters. My thing about ride clones. Also, it wasn't there, so I'm gonna put that in E or F. People Mover, really really fun. Um, it's definitely more ambulance. Go A. Low A. I enjoyed it. Carousel Progress, that was fun too. Uh, there's one thing I have to say is there are rides that Walt worked on them, and you can tell that that was absolutely one of his passion projects, and that is Carousel Progress. You can feel Walt's love for that ride there, so definitely definitely good. Space Mountain. Salutations and whatnot. How we doing, Neighbor boys? Yeah, we are smack dab in the middle of this. It is happening. Space Mountain, um, low A tier. Um, it basically is um, it's a bobsled ride, like Matterhorn, except you don't get to see where you're going. So it feels a lot jerkier, in my opinion. The photo, I like Disney World Space Mountain more than Disneyland. You are wrong and a sinner. So it felt a little bit more jerkier. I don't like the location where you get a photo because it is before anything thrilling happens. So, um, and I've seen this on the Facebook page as well. It's just hard to take a good photo unless you know that camera's there. At Disneyland, it's the very last thrill. A, you know it's coming, and B, if you don't, you're still excited and thrilled. And C, um, if you have a magic band, you get photos automatically when you go through the ride. But if you ride People Mover, there's a portion of the People Mover that goes into Space Mountain, which that is super cool. Um, but then you get pinged on your phone like, were you? Is this your photo? Is this your photo? Is this your photo? And it's like, I was not actually riding Space Mountain. I love the fact that there's two different ways. I will say that, but hands down, I just have to say Disneyland did it better. I think it's a little bit smoother. It's the onboard audio is definitely a huge plus. So yeah, low A tier for Disney World Space Mountain. Um, Also, I guess I kind of did have a bad experience with Disney World Space Mountain. Uh, I got past the point where they merged us with Lightning Lane. Then one of the ride lanes, the A side slash B side, closed down. That was the one I did. So they took us to the other side to go in, but then they merged us again. So I had to wait for Lightning Lane people the one time, and when I thought I was done, I had to basically go to the back of the line all over again and wait just as long to get re-merged back in. It felt like we were being punished because our side closed down. And the real kicker is the side that I was at opened back up before I even got onto the other side, so it would have been shorter just to have us wait. So it really sucked there. So yeah, Tron. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna put it above Jungle Cruise. Uh, that is a fun coaster. That is a fun coaster. The riding it like a bike is really unique. It makes for a fun ride experience, whether you're leaning forward or as I did, I splayed my arms out my last time and just let the wind ride across me. Um, Super fun, super thrilling. The little pre-show, it's not too much of a pre-show, but there is a little one where you get digitized into the grid, but for some reason they call it the World of Tron. But there's this wall that it's the screen, and then all of a sudden it's not a screen and it's a window, and that is just an impressive feature. Not to mention that launch area. The launch area is such a cool thing. I mean, knocked it out of the park with the lights, the sound effects. It really is cool whether you're watching it from above or you're actually on the bikes. Really, really cool. Loved Tron. Would have loved to have gone on it more. It's just a long wait, and I did it plenty of times. I think but I still would have loved to have done more. Uh, Hall of Presidents was closed, so I'm gonna put it right there. Haunted Mansion. I really love the extra scenes. I'm gonna put it lower S tier, because just of a couple of reasons. It's weird not having the stretching room being an elevator. I understand why they don't have it as an elevator, water table and all that. But it's also a shorter stretching room. It's not as tall. Um, and the lighting really needs an update because feels like the lighting is dying. Uh, pun intended. Uh, because it's so hard to see anything. Um, and then final note is uh Hatbox Ghost is in a weird position. I don't hate it as much as other people seem to, but it definitely feels odd to see a ghost before we actually start seeing ghosts. Aka before Madame Leo does the room. So, yeah, that's my only notes on that. That being said, these are the things I really loved about it. Love the fact that you get a photo with it. I would love to see that in Disneyland. I understand why we can't, because at Disney World, that's with the portraits, because you're already in the Omni Mover by then. And they time it with the flash of the lightning. So it's perfectly done. I understand why Disneyland can't. Really loved the extra scenes, the staircase and all that jazz. Really, really cool. Um, yeah, really, really liked that. Um, but yeah, just the small little things that just kind of make Disneyland a little bit more better. Um, I didn't bother to ride the riverboat. Doesn't feel like it has the same historical significance as Mark Twain. Definitely still put it up there just because I like a good riverboat. I think it really adds to the ambiance. So I'll actually put it right there because I loved watching it go by. Um, Frozen, Frozen Ever After. I'm gonna put that above People Mover actually. Um, I have opinions about projected faces. I, however, I didn't think they were nearly as bad on this ride, except for the instance of the last two animatronics. And going on that ride twice, I understand why those specific animatronics look worse. Is because there's lighting on all the other animatronics with the projected faces that kind of blended in, the hands and all that. So it feels a little bit more natural because the lighting's better. In that last scene, everything is practical except for the faces, and it glares obvious. So that's just weird. That being said, going backwards, super fun. Got to have some magic band magic going on. That was fun. And that Olaf animatronic, I think Olaf, his animatronics were very, very well done. Enjoyed that immensely. Buzz Lightyear spin, um, good. Definitely more fun than Barnstormer. I'm gonna do that high C. The cannons, having it mounted on the actual thing's weird. The fact that the buttons are so hard to press down, not fun. My thumb was sore trying to keep that held down as long as it did. Yeah. So I'm gonna say that Grand Fiesta Tour. I'm gonna do under the train. Nice water ride, cute. Relies on screens way too much. That is my only complaint. Um, Storyline is they're trying to find Donald. I would love to see more practical effects. A couple of animatronics here or there. Um, Even if that means not having as much happening. But just screen after screen after screen just kind of was dull to me. I would also love to see that themed to Coco, honestly. I think Coco would fit there very well. Uh, that being said, it does have a great load area, very reminiscent of Blue Bayou kind of vibes. Um, so that's pretty good. Ratatouille. I'm gonna put that on the S. And the biggest thing for Ratatouille was the second to last room. They pump in the smell of croissants. Oh, heavenly. Loved that smell. Great smell of croissants. Um, also love the fact that you kind of scamper like a rat. Like the carts kind of jostle up and down. You feel like you're pitter pattering on feet. Uh, was not expecting to get splashed in the face. That was a pleasant surprise. Really fun ride. I enjoyed it. Uh, Single rider line was great. Perfect. Didn't wait more than 5 minutes anytime, so I'm sure that affected. Turtle Talk with Crush. It's good. I didn't do it. I have it at home. The Seas, I'm gonna say it's less Turtle Crush talking. Um, it was cute. It's really just a means to get inside of the aquarium. The queue is really, really dark and not that great. Does have a catchy song. Probably would have been better if I hadn't got stuck on it for 10 minutes. Soaring around the world. You know what? Low A tier. Low A tier. I love Epcot's version because at the end you got the Epcot ball with the fireworks making Mickey ears. I think it works so much better in Disney World. Disneyland, soaring just doesn't feel like it has a place, at least soaring around the world. Living with the Land. I really enjoyed that. I'm going to put that just below Carousel Progress. Really enjoyed that. Great atmosphere. The weather smells great. Um, uh, it's fun seeing the scenes about farming and agriculture in the past. I love seeing the regular farming. Love seeing the experimental prototype farming. Really, really cool ride. Very atmospheric. Got to see all the fish and all that. I really enjoyed it. Only downside is the line. You literally go from a food court into the ride, and that just seems weird to me. Spaceship Earth. No, not Spaceship Earth. Mission Space. Uh, High C tier. I rode both green and orange. Didn't feel like I needed to do anything more than that. Orange side did make me a little bit dizzy. That's neat. They should have kept Horizons. Uh, Guardians of the Galaxy coaster, S tier top. Hands down. Easy. Such a fun coaster. Music is great. Line is great. The the way that the coaster moves, super, super smooth. Um, Teleportation room, super cool. Great storytelling. The way that, Star Lord geeks out about Epcot of the past is so cool. Terry Crews knocks it out of the park as the Xandarian soldier. Uh, Very funny moments. No complaints on that ride. Fabulous ride. 10 out of 10. Would ride again. I got to do it as a rope drop, a fast pass, and as my last ride of the day for Epcot. Enjoyed that thoroughly. Test track was closed. I imagine though it probably be a D. Oh, I hate to do this. Journey into Imagination. It's an F tier. I knew it was gonna be bad. I was not prepared for how bad it actually was. It and it's such a shame because the original is so good. If you go back and watch videos of the original, it's so good. Um Only redeeming quality I will say is that was the first ride where my magic band lit up and vibrated, and I didn't know that it was going to do that for attractions, so that was really cool. But yeah, that close down that ride, bring back the original S tier automatically. But as of right now, no. Uh, Spaceship Earth, high A tier, high A tier, really cool. Um, Especially being able to go into the giant golf ball. Enough said. Uh, Beautiful classic animatronics. Fun little screen game while you're waiting to go down or up. Runaway Way. Ride itself, S tier. Gonna put it under Haunted Mansion, above Ratatouille, just because I feel like there's more fun effects, and the way that the uh, trackless carts move is funner in Runaway. Well, Q is sparse. Uh, the queue is what really brings this ride down. It would probably be up, um, if it wasn't for the queue. Disneyland has such a beautiful queue, and at Disney World, you can tell they just slapped it inside of the Great Movie Ride, and really didn't do anything about it until like you actually get into the pre-show. After pre-show, fabulous. But before pre-show, it's just kind of like, this is the Great Movie Ride. Okay, did you really do anything? Um, but really enjoyed the ride itself. Indiana's Johnstone show. I would put that on an S tier if I got to watch the whole show. The plane was broken, so they only did half the show, and they didn't even finish Act Two's stunts. So I'm gonna have to put this low B tier. I'm sorry. I wanted to see a car flip over and explode. Or a plane. The car they could have done, but no, they canceled that because it makes more sense plot wise. Um, Boulder, super cool, super cool. Uh, Again, I was just, maybe this is me just being sore because that's a show I've really wanted to see for a long time, and to only see half of it kind of just stung a little bit. Star Tours, it's good. It's Star Tours. Love Pirates. Smuggler's Run, it's good. I got to fly it by myself. Low A tier. Um, I know this is gonna be controversial. High C tier. Uh, and my reasoning for that is their Rise of Resistance is in a huge state of disrepair. Like, there was hardly anything working. AT-AT didn't work. Kylo Ren didn't work. Cannons don't work. Some of the screens in transport didn't work. Some of the animatronics in those transports didn't work. Actors, fabulous though. The first order actors, some of the best I've seen. So that was huge. Um, But yeah, it needs some TLC is what I'm saying. Uh Give it some TLC and that goes right up to S. Muppet 3D Vision, right up there under Tron. I mean, it's Muppets 3D Vision. What can I say more? That's such an experience. I am going to miss that immensely. Tower of Terror. Right under Guardians. Right under Guardians. Uh, Rode that one the most easily. Uh, got almost an entire elevator shaft to myself, which was awesome. Such a good ride. I love that theming. I Best theming. Such a fun ride, especially to see people's reactions. That is a really good watch people's reactions ride. Toy Story Mania. It's Toy Story Mania. The queue is, you know what? I'm gonna bump that up because the queue is really cool. Uh, I did walk in before there was a line, so uh, I walked past most of it, but visually that's a stunning queue. So I'm gonna put that high A tier. Spinning saucers, it's a spinny ride. Not really spinny, but Mater's Junkyard Jamboree type ride. A little clunky, so the B tier. Slinky Dog Dash. I know this is gonna be controversial, but mid B. Way too long of a line for what the ride is. Like it's cute. I enjoy the theming around it. Um, you can tell they made it to be a kiddie coaster. Because the way the track layout is, it should be thrilling, but the speed at which it goes makes it less than thrilling. I crank that up a few miles an hour, and that could easily be an A tier. But yeah, just a little slow for me. But it's a great one for kids. But too long of a wait. I went on it once, and I was satisfied. Kilimanjaro Safaris, S tier, right above Living in the Land. Uh, super cool. Got stopped by a pack of drafts. Saw some, white-horned rhinoceros people, bathing in the mud. Really cool. Only thing is, it's short. Made me want to go on it again. Never did get the chance, but really good ride, nonetheless. This is dead. No longer exists. Uh, High A tier. Um, got to ride all by myself on that one. Indiana Jones clone doesn't feel as intense as Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones has better theming. That being said, such a fun ride. Really enjoyed it. Just kind of in the dead part of the park though. Like you have to walk through construction walls to get to it, so that was weird. Disco Yeti. Need I say more? Right under Jamboree, right above Carousel. Uh, Disco Yeti. Need I say more? Jungle Trek. I enjoyed the little walks there. I'd say there's more than just this one. I'm gonna do A tier above Toy Story Mania. Toy Story Mania. I'm actually gonna move that down to just under Space Mountain. Yeah, that feels more appropriate. I really enjoyed the jungle walks. Those were really cool. Seeing the giant fruit bats, the gorillas, sleeping tigers, really cool. Um, Cali River Rapids. I have Rattlesnake Rapids at home. Uh, and Grizzly River Run at Disneyland. As far as tier list goes, Grizzly River Rapids, because it has that little spinning thing, is top of the those types of rides. Rattlesnake Rapids, then followed by Cali River Rapids. It was short, not very well themed. It was there. That's my opinion. Tough to be a bug, Dad. I will put that up here though because I enjoyed it as a kid. It no longer exists, so I'm gonna put this just under Tower Terror because I think I enjoy Tower Terror more. But Flight of Passage, best ride in Animal Kingdom, hands down, without a doubt. That is just a that is a fun ride. It's beautiful. I had only heard that it was like soaring. Flight of Passage is an A tier. All right, I can see that. I can see that. I was really impressed by it. That's my thing. Uh, I loved the fact that it splashes you in the face. The smells, the fact that you have your own fan with the smells, fabulous. It definitely goes up and drops much more than soaring. So it's a lot more thrilling. And then what knocked it out of the park for me is the fact that there is that diaphragm. The line is also pretty amazing. I loved seeing all the little science things and getting to explain some of that, which also helped with that. But what really knocked it out of the park for me was the diaphragm, where it feels like the beast underneath you is breathing. That is top level immersion, and for me, immersion is one of the biggest things. So that's what made the nest tier for me was the fact that you can feel the little thing breathing. So, uh, points being made. Points being made. River Journey. I'm gonna put it just under Haunted Mansion in the S tier. As far as the actual ride itself, it's kind of meh. Too much reliance on screens. It is beautiful atmospheric wise though. What really knocks it out of the park is the shaman animatronic at the end. Not only is it a 5001 series, which A is one of the most impressive, but what really knocks it out of the park is just the size of that animatronic and how smoothly it does. Like Tiana's has the A5000 in one series, and it looks good. It looks fluid, but I feel like they utilized it so much better on on Navi River Journey. And again, just that size, because you're just looking up at that thing and just going, "That's gorgeous. That is just gorgeous." It's jaw dropping. So from that animatronic alone, it's an S. Without that animatronic, I'd probably do it mid B. But yeah, definitely that animatronic is the way to do it. Rocking roller coaster. Not gonna lie, I was not expecting much out of this one. I really enjoyed it. That is just it's a fun coaster. That is an absolutely fabulous coaster. Um, yeah, I enjoy it. I will say this: when that goes to Muppets, I'm excited to ride that again because Muppets is the perfect theming for that coaster and the way it feels. I mean, Aerosmith is great. Don't get me wrong. Um, Q's pretty cool looking. But that pre-show, uh, it just kind of seems thrown together. It's kind of weird. And the first time I went through it, there's a point where the cast member says, "Hey, why don't we get them some backstage passes?" as an idea to the people on the screen. And that did not translate to me. I thought that was a random person just saying that. And I was like, is there a joke here I'm missing? And it wasn't until my second ride through uh, that I realized that that was a cast member who was saying that, and that was actually a part of the script. Which, yeah, just that's weird. That just tells you that that's bad storytelling. That you can't really tell that. Um, so yeah, I think Muppets is gonna be way better theming, and I'm excited to see that with Muppets. And that's all that's there. Tiana's, I'm gonna do A tier, just under Dinosaur. Uh, it's not on this because this is an older one, but it's the most complete one that exists on the site. Here's my opinion about Tiana. Uh, it didn't bother me as much as I thought it would, and part of that, I guess, is like there's the spacing issue, but for me, the atmosphere they knocked it out of the park with giving that Louisiana Bayou vibes. And, I lived in Louisiana for those 2 years. And so seeing that just brought a wave of nostalgia. It was good. The animatronics, really good, just really sparse. Um, it's fun. However, the ride is very one note. It's like, oh, it's this fun little party that we're going to have. Oh, it's this fun party that we're finding around. Oh, it's this fun party that we're going to. Oh, it's this fun party that we're having. So the whole ride is just at the same level the whole time. Um, so storytelling wise, that's a boring ride. Storytelling wise, Trek's fun. Um, so it suffers from being a one note ride. And the biggest complaint I have is it suffers from a severe lack of Dr. Facilier. Throw Dr. Facilier in the laughing place areas, got yourself an S tier. Easily. Um Even with this new story they've got, they can make that work. Oh, and that's another thing. If you don't know the storyline going into that ride, you're not going to get it in the ride. It's not well conveyed. So that's weird. Um, and then finally, with Splash Mountain, you had all those story notes, you had all those songs. And immediately I'd want to go on that again, and I feel so excited. With Tiana's, yeah, I want to go on it again. It's a fun ride. The animatronics are cool, but I don't have the same level of excitement as I would have. And so that was my opinion on that. So yeah, that's after having ridden everything, that's my viewpoint. So let's see. Where's my last one? My last park tier list. So downloads. No. I'll get on Facebook. Rate the parks as a whole. Epcot number 1, Animal Kingdom number 2. No, Hollywood Studios number 2. Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom 3, Animal Kingdom 4, Animal Kingdom I'm rating lower because you're not there as long as you'd like. There's a lot of stuff built towards it being dark, and the fact that it's never dark there is a weird thing. Um, yeah, I would love to see a few more rides. I think it stands alone. It's just the hours of operation for me. Otherwise, it would be higher. As you saw, I kind of struggled with that one. Okay, it's dead right now. I forgot I had that. Okay, so here's how this looks. Here's how the last one works. Did top tier with that. I think I did more S tiers on my previous. That's interesting. Muppets was higher. Stunt Show is definitely higher. Again, they gotta fix that yet. And you know what? I'm just gonna say this now. Yeti doesn't need to be as big or as heavy as they have it. Like knowing where that Yeti is, and also knowing a little bit about that. Yeah, it's not an easy fix, but if they just get that big hunk of metal out and do something a little bit less demanding of a lunge, be better than Disco Yeti. I'm sorry. It's kind of my opinions on it. Put Disneyland in the chart now. Um, I have looked that up. They have a Disneyland one. Maybe we'll do that next year when we go. Just kind of as a prep for that, and then compare to things. But as far as having everything all at once, this is what exists. There's no Disney World Disneyland mixed one. And so since it doesn't exist, I can't. Um but yeah, just off the top of my head, I'd say Disneyland Tiana's probably gonna be better. I'm gonna have to go make one. Yeah, I could probably make one. Um and there's a couple things that I'll have to take into account. The fact that I haven't seen the Hall of Souls at the new, not new, but at the Indiana Jones ride. I haven't ridden Runaway Railway at Disneyland yet. I haven't seen Tiana's at Disneyland, so I can't fully accurately do that without that first. Um, but yeah, we can layer it in uh next time I go to Disneyland, which will be next summer. S tier would probably mean something else. I think because a lot of these rides that are in B and A tier and even C tier, they'd be in S tier. Like Rise of the Resistance at Disneyland, definitely a S tier ride. Small World, definitely an A tier ride. Riverboat, probably an A tier. Pirates, S tier. Peter Pan, C tier. I did give for the ones that have duplicates, I did give opinions on the differences and whatnot. Um, so there's that. Ultimately, though, uh, I think you're gonna have to go to Disneyland with me next year. You're just gonna have to join us. I think that's mandatory for you now. Let's do it. Let's do it. FR. For real. Yeah, I think I was talking with Jake. We are thinking of doing like maybe June or July next year. Assuming you're not Jake. I don't know who's running this account right now. But yeah, absolutely. I would love to sit there and just nerd out Disneyland style. It's AA run. Okay, I thought it was AA run. Um, but yeah. So yeah, we were thinking maybe June or July next year. Just do a Disneyland trip and just geek out. Let me tell you background history. Oh, speaking of which, salutations and whatnot. Yeah, you're gonna have to watch this whole recording. By the way, how was Until Dawn? Aaron is invested in Disneyland in Paradox's Disney mind. Until Dawn, it was good. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much cannibalism? Pretty fun kills and ideas in there. Not gonna lie, I was really tempted to just go with you right then when I knew that you guys were going, but I had a couple of things to do. I probably will go see that at some point. Not Red Fanta worthy. Less than one went home. I guess there wasn't too much cannibalism in the game, just implied cannibalism. Yeah, play the game and let me watch you play the game because honestly, that is such a good game. Such a good game. I think I'm gonna actually go do that right now. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna go do that right now. Until dawn. I'm gonna switch my stream category real quick, so I don't have little kiddos hoping Disney things. All right, category. I know. I spent a lot of time on it. I I ended up getting rid of my blue screen because the green screen kind of works better. But yeah, it's nice because it's a instead of just having it hang down from the ceiling like I used to, I actually have a photo thing now. So yeah, and then tuning that in was a lot better now that I can kind of pull it straight from the bottom as well. Where's Until Dawn? There we are. Let's see. Can I pull up? Yes. No. Yes. Okay. Oh, you guys are seeing that. Turning into Until Dawn stream is hilarious. It is, isn't it? Task manager. Uh, Let's see your Disney World rankings. You said it will be on your YouTube. Yeah, everything I just discussed is on my YouTube, also on my VOD for um, Twitch, but it will be more permanently on my YouTube. Is the thing, and that's the Paradox Files on YouTube. All right, let's try that again. Yeah, you will, because I mean, you've heard my quick bits, um, as far as stuff like that in person, so you know most of it. Hello. There we go. Preparing shaders. That's much further. Oh, that's why my PlayStation was signed out. Shouldn't have to sign in. But yeah, Ron was talking about how he wants me to throw Disneyland in the mix, so I may look into getting that thrown together as well at some point. So, because yeah, while there is copies of each ride, they definitely have their unique brand. Yeah, that would be amazing. And at some point, I would love to make my way over to some other Disney parks around the world, like Japan and Paris, Hong Kong, Shanghai. Actually, particularly in that order too. Oh, my computer's struggling right now. Once it actually loads everything, it'll be fine. But yeah, right now it's just it be struggling because I can see. I can't even imagine what the stream looks like if my actual stuff looks like that. Yeah, it's completely frozen. Very stritters. This is what happens when I randomly do things instead of prior preparing for them. Yeah, it's coming through, but it's choppy as frick. As they said, once the shaders are all downloaded, it'll be fine. All right. Have I been playing anything lately? I've been playing a lot of Repo with friends. I did some last night, but it was like at 2 a.m., so I didn't want to scream and be loud. Um, Repo's pretty fun. Yeah, I've been going through some Kingdom Hearts again. Also been doing Hyrule Warriors, uh, Age of Calamity. Kind of just hopping around all over the place. But my particular fun thing that I've been doing is backyard. It's now spring, but it's now warm enough in the spring that we can kind of get the pond going again with plants and all that. So we've been attacking the pond, getting the algae under control, which for the first few weeks is it is a challenge. Pulling out long strands of algae, making sure the new fish are acclimated. We're down to one frog though, which is sad. We had two earlier this year, but we found one of them dead earlier this last week, which was sad because they are just at the right age for spawning. and we had two of them, which would have been great, but nope. I haven't had a problem with raccoons for a while. We do have a thing to scare off raccoons in theory. In fact, a new one. So coons are doing well. The frog, I don't know what killed it. But it kind of just seemed like it died of natural causes. Uh, we're hoping to maybe see some tadpoles and getting them released in our pond. We got a couple new koi. Uh, my nephew picked one out this last Thursday. So that one's new. And of course, the ones that we've always had. We're thinking of getting a fish tunnel to kind of deal with that coon problem. And also just kind of have a good place to hide from the sun as well. Like they can go under the rocks, but those larger ones have some troubles. Uh, Man, this is taking a lot longer than usual. Rest in peach. Peaches, 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 peaches. I love you. Shaders moment been there. I mean, I usually have the. Oh, it's moving. Okay, so it's at least not dead. Um, I usually have this problem with Hogwarts Legacy. So yeah, uh, Koi have been doing great. Long story short, yeah, a PC version. I played it all PC. I don't have a PlayStation that can handle, and by that I mean I have a PS2. I have PS2. My nephews, or my brother, I should say. My brother has. I'm gonna sign into PlayStation now. So, so beat it. We're gonna try to go for the true ending. What is my PlayStation sign in? I don't know. Oh, okay. Alright, now I gotta go to my email. All the fun stuff I do when I just randomly start. Verification code. There we go. I'm in now. Just looking back at the chat. What did you say about Disney World Space Mountain versus I like Disneyland. Disneyland's better. Disney World is Disney World, it's better to compare that one to a clone of Matterhorn, and Matterhorn's better. So, that's my opinion. Alright. Where was I? Status and collectibles. Okay. Got all the totems. I do know I got all of those stuff. It was unexpected. I knew that it was gonna be actually I didn't. Not gonna lie. I didn't realize that. I knew that it was gonna be a smaller seating. With they both have the same level of jerkiness, but with Matterhorn, you know what's coming and you can brace for lefts and right. Space Mountain, you don't, so I feel like it did more. It was more taxing on my neck than Matterhorn. And as far as Space Mountain, we just have a better Space Mountain. Onboard audio. Enough said. Alright, we're gonna start from the very beginning, because I haven't played in a long time, and also I need to do a Everybody Survives run. The butterfly effect. Tiny butterfly flapping its wings can lead to a devastating hurricane. Smallest decision can dramatically change the future. Your actions will shape how the story unfolds. And again, I will go back to this, is the way that the photo is taken. Where the photo is taken is so weird to me. It's before anything thrilling, and it's just kind of in the weirdest position. So unless you know that photo's there, you're gonna have a really bad photo. So, yeah. King of photos. Not gonna lie, especially with the Tower of Terror, people recognize me in photos. I'm like, ah, it's him. So that was my claim to fame, was people were not only recognize me, but were excited to get to do photos, ride photos with me. Or dear. Yeah, they remastered it. This is the remastered version. Which is the only one that holds the quote-unquote true ending. Gotta love that uncanny valley smile.
Jeez, Josh. Once again, brother, you've outdone us all.
Because this is how he'll smile. Yeah, let's go. Everybody. Yeah. Yeah, everybody smiles like this. It's their natural resting face. Yeah, yeah. It, and it's mainly just this scene. This scene has the worst uncanny valley feel.
Oh my god, I can't believe you actually did this.
Oh yeah, it looks great.
Don't you guys think this is a little bit cruel?
Oh, come on. She deserves it.
And it's not her fault that she has a huge crush on me.
Hannah's been making the moves on him. I'm just looking out for my girl, Em.
Just because he's class prez doesn't mean he belongs to everyone. Mike is my man.
Hey, I'm not anybody's man.
Whatever you say, darling.
Yeah. As I said, they kind of took creative liberty, which you kind of have to, because as I said, this game is a movie. It's a movie with options. Alright. I'm sorry, I gotta turn off my lights. Ambiance needs to happen. Probably should have done this while the shaders were loading. How long ago did I play this? Oh, it's been a few months. I think it was around September that I played this. Death Totem. Just really casual. Just just, nothing to worry about. Just sorry your own death. No reaction whatsoever. Don't need one. It's your birthday, so go and pick up your phone. Han, it's been fun hanging out with you. No one gets me like you do. Come find me later. I'll be waiting. Mike.
Oh my god. What did our naive sister get herself into now?
We can fight our desires, but when we start making fire, two hearts with accurate devotion. But what are feelings without emotion? Going in for the kill, I'm doing it for a thrill. I'm hoping you'll understand. And you'll let go of my hand. I'm going in for the kill. I'm doing it for a thrill. I'm hoping you'll understand. And you let go of my hand. You let go of my, you let go of my hand. You let go of my, you let go of my.
Mike.
Hey, Hannah.
I got your note.
Glad you could make it. Maybe we should start with a little, making out and see where it goes from there.
Oh my god, she's taking her shirt off.
Hannah, hey, honey, don't. It's just a stupid prank, okay?
I'm sorry, Hannah. This all got out of hand.
Mike!
Damn.
You guys are jerks. You know that? Hannah!
Come on, Han. It's just a joke.
Josh! Josh! Fuck.
I should probably mention language learning. Warning. No.
Hannah!
What's going on? Where's she going?
It's fine. She just can't take a joke.
It was just a prank, Han.
What did you do?
Just messing around, Dad. It wasn't serious.
You jerks!
So, should we go after her?
You know, I kind of think you're the last person she wants to see right now, Mike.
Hannah!
I got a little spooks there.
Hannah!
Uh-oh. He didn't die horrifically after she got punked. No! No! That would be too easy of a storyline.
Hannah?
Creepy tuna!
Shit. Damn it, Hannah. Hannah. Hannah.
See, she's fine.
Hannah! Oh my god, you must be freezing. Here, take my coat. I'm such an idiot. So dumb. Hannah? Beth? Hannah! Jesus Christ. No. No.
Oh, look at that. They're taking a nap.
Before we begin, there are a few things I need to make sure you understand. You see, no one can change what happened last year. The past is beyond our control. You have to accept this in order to move forward. But there is freedom in this revelation. Everything you do, every decision you make from now on will open doors to the future. I want you to remember this. I want you to remember this as you play your game. Every single choice will affect your fate and the fate of those around you. So, you have committed to commence with this game. This is significant, and I want to help you see it through. Sometimes these things can be a little scary, even terrifying, but I'm here to make sure that no matter how upsetting things may get, you will always find a way to work through it.
Really? Oh,
All
I
right.
love that because this is one of my
We'll
favorite
start with a
characters.
simple exercise. Could you please pick up a card? And I want you to look at the picture on the other side and tell me what you feel about it. It is essential that you answer honestly in order to get the most out of this experience. So, how did that picture make you feel? Remember, be honest. Okay, honesty is good. What do you think it is that makes you feel uneasy? Well, I see. Let's say the scarecrow were not there. Would you feel comfortable staying there on your own for a period of time? Let's say a week, for example. Huh. And what if I told you that this cottage was haunted? Oh. All right. I sense that you suffer from a significant fear of the supernatural. What lies beyond the veil of death is, after all, the ultimate unknown. Don't you agree? And what could inspire fear more than the terror of uncertainty? Please remember, this is only a game.
His
Well,
acting
we
is
seem to be out of
phenomenal.
time for this session. But we'll talk again very soon. Okay?
Do good. The goal here is to make everybody survive.
You waltz with death like it's an honorable Disney.
Yeah, it has this audio problem sometimes. It's weird.
Choose to stay strong or choose to cower like a lion. Bask in the chaos or crumble in the quiet. How dark will you go? Hands are outstretched, the mist from your breath clears up your eyes to look straight. The stench of
Hope nobody dies in this. I think we may be a little late on that front. But we can't change what happened last year. We just have to worry about what's in the future.
Come out of the shadows. You're just trying to play the game. So go take your aim. Fire you up, I'll be here. Come out of the shadows. How dark will you go?
Today is the one-year anniversary of the dreadful tragedy that took place on Mount Washington. Sheriff Annie Klein was charged with the investigation.
Thanks for having me, Marty.
Listeners, an update on Hannah and Beth Washington, the twins who are still missing.
1 year ago tonight, the Washington girls left the safety of their parents' lodge and headed out into a snowstorm.
Oh, this game is
Not officially,
gorgeous.
no.
And to
There
be
is
able
one
to see this
individual
with
we're
actual
considering as a person of
monitors
interest, but
that,
his
like,
whereabouts are currently
aren't
unknown. He had an
DI
interesting history with the Washington
purchases.
family. He had warned them against pursuing their construction project and claimed the land was sacred to his forefathers.
You know, there is still the old sanatorium on the mountain. Could he be hiding there?
My officers did search the grounds, but the girls themselves couldn't have made it that far.
Something about that mountain seems to breed tragic events.
More than you know, Marty.
Well, thank you for joining us, Annie. With all the Washingtons tonight, their son Josh, on this, the anniversary of the mysterious disappearance of Hannah and Beth Washington.
Well, hello, friends and fans. All right, let's do that again. All right. Well, hello, friends and fans. It's beyond awesome to have you guys all back this year. First off, I gotta say, I am super excited to welcome all my pals back to the annual Blackwood Winter Getaway. Ah! So, let me just let you know, let's take a moment to address the elephant in the room for a second. I know you're all probably worried about me, and I know it's gonna be tough on all of us going back after what happened last year, but I just want you all to know, it means so much to me that we're doing this, and that I know it would mean so much to Hannah and Beth that we're all still here together, you know, thinking of them. I really want to spend some quality time with each and every one of you, and just share some moments that we'll never forget for the sake of my sisters, and, you know. Okay, so let's party like we're fucking porn stars, okay? Make this one trip we will never forget, all right? Yes!
Chapter 1 Memento Mori 10 hours until Sam, Hannah's best friend, diligent, considerate, brave.
Hello?
My name
Someone
is
there?
Zelda Price, and I would like to share with you the most amazing book. I love the fact that you actually crunch the snow.
Oh, what?
Gates busted. Climb over, Chris. From Josh Washington, sent December 28th, 2014. Directions: Vancouver Central, then take 38 from Chris. Yo, how did I get there again?
Aw. Hey, little fella. You hungry? Huh? Cutie.
Hold on, settings. Boop, boop, boop.
Cool.
Indigenous people and butterfly prophecies. Tribes who once lived in the mountains believed butterflies carried dreams and prophecies of possible futures. The color of the butterfly indicates the nature of the prophecy. Black, death. Butterflies prophesied dreamers' death. Red, danger. Red butterflies warned of dangerous events. Brown, moss butterflies foretold of tragedy affecting friends. Guidance. Yellow butterflies offered visions to help guide. Fortune. White butterflies brought dreams of luck and good fortune. Green. Hunger butterfly. Nightmares of something or other, blah blah blah, cannibalism.
Hello?
Just want to check something real quick. Guidance totem. The past is beyond our control.
Wow, graffiti all the way up here? Chris? You here? Bag's here. Where are you? You're not in the bag, are you? Hello. What do we have here? Maybe I shouldn't walk around Chris's stuff.
Hey, you made it.
Chris has a crush on Ashley. Loyal, protective, humorous.
Oh, so I found something kind of amazing.
What?
I'm not gonna tell you. You gotta see for yourself. Come on, it's this way.
Where?
Right around here. Gonna blow your mind.
Wanted.
Oh man, look at this.
Milgram Victor.
Nice.
Sex.
Think we'll get a visit from
Male.
America's Most Wanted?
Looks like someone thought so.
Oh,
Look.
come on. This place is abandoned most of the year. Nobody comes up here.
Less known address, Blackwood Pines. Last seen, 1998. Wanted in connection with a first-degree arson offense, as well as various death threats. Anyone with information regarding this dangerous criminal should contact the police as soon as possible. Blackwood Provincial Mounted Constabulary, Police Monte, Provincial de Blackwood, July 1998.
Ta-da! Pretty rad, right?
Yeah.
Come on, look at these beauties.
Beauties is not the word that comes to mind. Why is this even here?
What do you mean?
What the hell is a shooting range doing at the base of a ski lodge?
Dude, have you ever met Josh's dad?
Yeah.
He thinks he's like Grizzly Adams or something. Wanna try?
No, you go ahead, Grizzly.
All right, here goes.
Wow, nice shooting, Tex.
All right, I'm bad. I'm a badass.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess it was a wild case of beginner's luck.
Nah, I don't think so, girl.
Well, anybody and their brother could shoot a bottle that big, that close.
Squirrel.
Nice shot.
Your ass just got sacked.
Hey, sharpshooter, our ride's coming.
Wait, I'm just getting the hang of this.
Come on, Chris, the cable car.
Man, it's definitely weird coming back.
Hey, that's weird. Door's locked.
Yeah, Josh wanted us to keep it locked to keep people out.
He said that? What people?
I don't know. He said they found people sleeping in the station one time.
It's creepy. Oh, real gentleman. And I thought the car was closer.
Huh?
And I thought the car was closer.
Guess we gotta wait.
I'm starting to get the appeal of killing time at the shooting range. How long is this gonna take?
It's a big mountain.
Yeah. It's so beautiful in the day, but at night just feels menacing, like a sleeping giant.
You gonna publish?
What?
Your pretty poem. The Sleeping Giant of Blackwood Forest.
Oh, shut up. Finally, you coming?
well, I was gonna stay here and catch some Z's, but okay. Just like going to the prom.
Here we go.
Right. Adventure begins.
Oh, this was the right thing to do.
What?
You know, getting everyone together on the anniversary. I mean, Josh seemed really pumped about us all doing something, didn't he?
Yeah, no, he definitely did. I haven't seen him so excited about something in forever.
Good, good. It's hard to tell with him, and I've kind of been worried.
No, it was a good idea.
I hope everyone else feels the same way.
We're all here, aren't we?
Thanks, bro. Good talk.
You know what? Let's just stop talking about what happened and enjoy the trip.
You know what? You're right.
You know how Josh and I met?
No.
Third grade. Josh sat in the back of the room, I sat in the front. We didn't even know each other existed. But the kid sitting next to Josh started strap snapping the training bra on the girl in front of him. So the teacher made him move to the front, where I was sitting.
Okay, so.
So I got moved to the back. And next to Josh. That's how we met. I mean, and became friends to this day.
Match made in heaven.
If it weren't for the fact that Jeannie Simmons hit puberty like 3 years early, and on that day decided to wear a low-cut shirt that showed off her training bra, I mean, who knows? You could be riding in this cable car alone. Right now. Or talking to some other person entirely. Boom. Butterfly effect.
Boom. Butterfly effect. Boom. Jess, Mike's girlfriend. Outgoing, driven, impulsive.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. New people. Time to meet and greet. Oh, what the hell?
Jess, hey!
Jessica, over here! Are you guys having a really weird stroke?
We're stuck in this stupid thing.
Can you please let us out? Pretty please?
Oh my god. I thought we were goners. Another 10 minutes in there and I would have chewed off my own leg.
Oh, sick, Chris.
Look, got a lot of meat on my bones. It's all muscle down here.
Yeah, right. Uh-huh.
Hey!
Well, what do we have
Chris.
here? My goodness. Seems that someone has a little crush on our good friend and dear class president Michael Monroe.
Chris.
And what kind of sizzling erotica might our Jessica be capable of imagining? I wonder.
Mike and Em split. We're together.
Whoa, drama.
Not really. Pretty clear cut, actually. Em's out, I'm in.
Huh.
All right, let's just get up to the lodge already. It's getting tired of all this nature and junk.
You guys go ahead. I'm just gonna wait here for a bit. See who else is coming.
You mean Mike?
What? I mean, you know, whoever.
Uh-huh. Sam?
Did you see this view? I mean, holy cow. Sometimes I forget to just stop and take it all in.
Seriously, couldn't they have built the lodge like right where the cable car ends?
Emily, Matt's girlfriend. Intelligent, resourceful, forthright.
I don't think it would have been like as pretty, you know?
Matt, Emily's boyfriend. Obliging, dependable, active.
And where's the bellboy when you need one? Getting chills.
We're almost there.
No, I mean getting kind of creeped out.
Oh, yeah.
Gonna be weird seeing everyone up here again.
Definitely not gonna feel like a regular party. I mean, what do you think?
Jesus!
Mike, Jess's boyfriend, brave, driven, charismatic.
You guys.
Michael!
You really should have seen your faces right there.
Dude, I almost clocked you just now.
Nice one.
Michael, you're a jerk.
Come on. Guys, we're all friends here, right? No need for violence, just a little harmless fun. We're up in the woods, it's spooky. Come on, let's get into the spirit of things.
The spirit of things? Seriously, what's wrong with you?
Just trying to lighten the mood, Em. Don't be like that.
Like what?
The way you're being, you always get like this.
Michael, I'm just gonna lay it out. Otherwise, this whole weekend's gonna suck ass for everyone. This is super awkward, and we all know it. Let's just acknowledge it now and move on, okay?
Matt.
I hear you, man. I get it. I don't want to make this weird.
Cool. So we're good?
All good?
You guys gonna make out now?
Oh my god, totally. We're so gonna make out. No, seriously, I'm gonna go check on the cable car back down the trail.
All right. See you, man.
See ya.
All right.
See ya.
Oh, crap.
What?
Hey, could you take these the rest of the way?
The bags?
Yeah, just all the bags.
Why?
I need to go find Sam.
Okay.
Sorry, I really need to go find her. I totally forgot I needed to talk to her before we get all the way up there.
This really can't wait. We're almost there.
It's important, Matt, please.
All right. Fine. If it's so important, I guess I can pack horse it the rest of the way. But you owe me one.
Excuse me?
Well, then we're even, at least.
I'll think about it.
Just be careful.
See you up there, sweetie. Thank you.
Ashley has a crush on Chris. Academic, inquisitive, sensitive.
Whoa, hello. Somebody's getting a little friendly. Not in the friend zone kind of way. They might need to check the expiration date on their big breakup.
Hey, whoa. Sorry there. Sorry about that, Ash. I didn't mean to scare
Jeez
you.
Louise,
Well,
Matt.
I did mean to scare you, sort of scare you, but not like for real scare you.
Gosh, oh my gosh.
Hey, wow. Man, I'm really sorry, Ash. Damn.
It's okay, it's fine, it's fine.
What are you looking at? See anything juicy with that thing?
It...
Let me check it out.
No.
Sure, go ahead. Knock yourself out, I guess.
All right. Son of a bitch. Seriously, Emily? What the hell, man?
Hey, listen, it's probably nothing.
Nothing, you think?
Well, yeah.
Is it ever just nothing with him? Ever?
I don't know.
God damn it.
Matt.
You did not just do that.
Put your hands where I can see them. We've got you surrounded.
But who am I to retaliate? What choice do I, a supple young rebel girl, have but to surrender to the strapping military guard come to take me into custody?
Well, I don't know when you put it like that. Hey! Hey! Oh! Great. Hey, you know that? Where are you hiding, little chicken? Oh! Hey!
Oh, snap! Hello? Come on. Hey, Mike. Boom, shakalaka.
No, you got me. Fair enough. Okay.
Sometimes doing nothing is the right
You
thing to
can't
do.
hide from me, Michael. I know all your tricks. That's right.
Why'd you just...
And then what?
Oh,
No more.
oh yeah. Oh, more. Oh, you're going down. Gotcha. Done. Done city.
So did I go down?
I don't think so.
I think you'd know so if I did.
All right. All right.
My. So are we calling it my favor then?
You're a worthy opponent, Miss Jessica, the Snowball Queen.
Okay, that sounds vaguely dirty.
My lady.
So breathe my hair and kiss me there, 'cause I'm a little cold.
Save some for later, buddy.
Endless reserves. We should get up to the lodge.
Yeah, it's so nice out here, though. Pretty breathtaking.
I mean, I could stay out here for pretty much ever, provided I was making out with you the whole time.
Just making out?
Quote, unquote.
Well, I think we might freeze to death somewhere in between those quotes.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hello again. And how are we feeling? Hmm? In our last session, we established that you have a fear of things that are dead or undead. This time, we're going to try to understand the root of your anxiety. Now pick up that book, turn the pages. You will see a set of pictures and symbols. I want you to identify which image in each set makes you the most anxious. Did I startle you? So sorry. You're doing very well. Don't be nervous. Try to speed up a bit. The more you rely on your instincts, the more honest your answers will be, and the more enlightening you will find this experience. is very interesting. Thank you for answering so diligently. Cockroaches, zombies, and dogs. The sun combination sounds like a good Friday night. Well, I'm afraid, once again, we're out of time, but I promise we'll talk again very soon.
All right. That's on to chapter 2, and I think that's a great place to end it. I already streamed much longer than I intended. I hope you all have a good night. I'll probably pick this up again probably tomorrow. We'll see. So yeah, look forward to it. Hope you guys have a good night, and so long. Thanks for all the fish.